everyone, it's Mal from Sparkly Belly. Last 2 weeks we made this simple and pretty Baladi dress with a keyhole neckline. In today's video, which is the last of this Baladi dress series, you're going to see how to make this hip scarf that goes with the Baladi dress. You can make 2 of these to use one as a head scarf and one as a hip scarf. And then I'll show you a time-saving tip for sewing on these large sequins to the hip scarf. So let's get started. To make this hip scarf, you need 50 centimeters or half a yard of fabric. I use the same fabric as the one I used for making the Baladi dress, but you can use different fabric as well. I recommend using stretch fabric so the finished hip scarf will be nice and snug. Matching color thread, sequins, or any trim you like. I'm using these 2 centimeter sequins. I ended up using 51 of these. Basic sewing tools. Making this hip scarf is super easy. Take the whole width of the fabric and fold 1 centimeter or half an inch from all the raw edges towards the wrong side of the fabric. Place pins and sew along the edge. I use the stretch stitch to make sure the hip scarf stays stretchy. Now we'll sew on the sequins. You can do this by hand. Simply hold the whole of the sequin at about 5 millimeters or 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Take a double-threaded needle with a knot at the end and go up through the hole and down outside of the hole a few times. Tie a knot on the back side to finish. Move down 5 centimeters or 2 inches from the first sequin and sew on another one. And repeat and continue. But if you're like me, sewing on over 50 sequins by hand seems daunting. So here's my time-saving trick. Take your hip scarf and sequins to your sewing machine. Set your machine to do a regular zigzag stitch. I'm using 5 for the width, and the key is to set the stitch length to 0. Place your hip scarf and sequin carefully under the needle and use the hand wheel to make sure the needle goes both inside of the hole and outside of the edge of the sequin. If the needle lands on any part of the sequin, adjust the stitch width to make sure the needle doesn't poke through the sequin, and stitch several times. And that's it! Move on to the next one, about 5 centimeters or 2 inches away from the first sequin, and stitch several times. Since all sequins come in the same size, you don't have to readjust the stitch width or length here. Just repeat and continue. I find using the sewing machine way faster and finished sewing on 51 sequins along 3 edges of the hip scarf in about 40 minutes or so. Now enjoy your brand new Baladi dress and hip scarf. I think it's so cute, and once you get the process down, it's a fairly simple project. And this hip scarf can be used as a head scarf as well. I really hope you enjoyed the Baladi dress series and hope to see your creations on Sparkly Belly's Facebook page. And if you want to take advantage of the quiet time this winter to make more costumes for the spring, check out my free course, Belly Dance Costume Making 101. And if you want to be notified when a new costume tutorial comes up in the future, sign up for the free Sparkly Belly newsletter on my blog. Thanks for watching and keep sparkling.